Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a ginger quill nymph. The hook that I have in the vise is a Lively Legs lip splitter number 473, size 12. One extra strong, two extra long bronze, and I crimped the barb down. And the bead that I have on there is the Lively Legs Down and Dirty 3.3 millimeter metallic coffee. See that color there? Definitely a different color. It's nice. And the quill I'm going to use this is a ginger quill. This is transparent. The thread I'm going to use, this is Hemingway. This is 6/0. Going to put a base of thread down. It doesn't have to be that tight. Not right now. And we'll break that off. And we stop right where the barb would hang. Now I'm going to put the tail on. And for the tail, I'm going to use some more of my golden pheasant rump feathers. Got a nice ginger color here. I'm just going to take some off. You can use just regular ginger hackle barbels. And we get those tips aligned, then we can pull them off. And we're going to make that tail about half the length of the body. I'm going to go ahead and give it one wrap underneath the tail to keep that standing up. I'm going to take my ginger synthetic quill, and these are semi-transparent, and I cut a little bit of a angle on there. This isn't the first one from this quill, and they do get larger as they go up. And we're going to wrap everything forward. We want to try to get the body to be more or less level. We don't want any big steps in it. At the front here, I'm just going to pull everything back and wrap that in. No sense in cutting if we don't have to. And this brown thread is going to kind of tone down the ginger. I'm going to take the ginger quill and I'm going to wrap this. Make sure I get it good there. Then you have to take into consideration that you have that semi-transparent section. So you have to really put a wider wrap on it. And we're going to tie that off. And we'll trim that. And there's our quill body. The light might not let you see it as good. And now for the legs, I'm going to go ahead and use that pheasant rump once again. I'm actually going to take a pair because the legs by themselves are a little thin. But I'm going to take a pair of the ginger ones. I'm going to make sure the tips are lined up. And we want these to be no longer than the length of the hook shank. Take this and we're going to give this a good tight squeeze right there. You see them flare. I'm going to take one of these feathers and I'm going to get rid of them. Going to get rid of it. And this one I'm going to use for the wing case. And I'm going to come back just a little bit more, maybe about 1/3 of the way. Now for the thorax, I'm going to use the squirrel belly. It's a little lighter amber. I like to have the thoraxes at the very least be a lighter color than the top. This is an Antron blend, so it's not the easiest going on your thread. But once you get it going, it comes out okay. Go ahead and wrap this. Now I'm at the legs now, so I'm going to divide them and I'm going to pull them almost to the bottom so they can stay on the sides. Oops, see, it came up, so if you're having trouble with that, just come back a couple thread lengths, a couple thread widths with your wrap. And we'll get them to stay to the back. Go ahead and wrap this one. Now, since I just wrapped extra thread wraps there, I'm going to have to put a little bit more dubbing on there. We have our threads off the back. We've got a couple of stray ones on the front there. And pay attention to the bottom. There we go. I'm going to take our wing case and fold that over. I'm going to give it a nice tight wrap right there to suck it down into the bead. Now I can trim the excess. I'm going to put just a small amount more of dubbing on there, just so I can hide that thread. Take my whip finish. Once, twice, 3. And we'll stick another one in there. And we're going to trim this thread. Now, if you don't really like the position of the legs, you could just kind of bend them back out. That'll flare them out a bit. Flare them back out there a little bit. Now I'm going to take my head cement. I'm not going to clean the brush very well. You don't want it dripping, but I'm going to put a nice coating on the wing case. And here we have a ginger quill nymph. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors and let them know I sent you. Please leave comments, questions, suggestions. If you'd like to purchase any of the flies that I make, you can go to etsy.com/shop/theflymanjim. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.